Today we're going to be going through the process of creating an employee within Cloud Biometry. The first step is to navigate to the Manage section on the left pane and select Employees. While on the Employees page, we have two options in the top right corner, Employee Import and Create Employee. For this exercise, we'll be selecting the Create Employee section to create one employee at a time. If you'd like to add bulk employees, you can specifically go to the Employee Import section to fill out the Excel spreadsheet and upload within the system. We're going to press the Create Employee button, and this will take us to the new employee page. I do recommend, prior to creating your employees, to set up your shift, rest break, and job options. That way they are available upon employee entry. When creating a new employee, the only required fields are username, first name, and last name. Everything else is optional. But here we'll start by creating the username. We'll add the first and last name. The email is optional, so you don't have to add it if you would not like to. The Assign Device PIN option refers to the employee punching in and out using a PIN on the device. If you'd like to set this, you can do that here, and this will get transferred to the device when we do the device download. Payroll ID is an optional field as well, and this exports within the time card detail report so that you may export it within your payroll platform if necessary. Here we'll select a department. We're just going to keep it on office for this employee. The locations option can be selected here, depending on what time zone or location they're set at. We can add pay rate in here. Please keep in mind that the pay rate will not show up in any other report aside from the time card detail report and will only give you gross amount of hours, since Cloud Biometry does not perform any payroll functions. Here we'll assign a shift if we have them set up. We'll assign a rest break, which is an automatic break deduction if we have that set up. We can add a hire date. And then we move on to the bottom section of the page. The archive button refers to an employee that is no longer within the company. So this would refer to terminated or employees that are no longer working for you. Keep in mind that when you archive an employee, you'll be able to pull up their reporting data, but they will no longer be able to clock in or out. We have the Allow Web Punch button. This button is the requirement for the employee to be able to log in through the website to punch in or punch out. If this button is not checked, the employee will still be able to log in and view their times, but will not be able to punch in through the web. Here, we don't want them to be able to punch in through the web, so we'll just unselect that. This moves us on to the mobile app settings. If you'd like your employee to be able to clock in and out through the mobile app, you must make sure that the Allow Mobile Punch button is checked off and that the mobile app passcode is set up here. If you do not want them to clock in and out through the app, you would simply just uncheck these options and make sure there is no mobile app passcode selected there. Regarding the mobile app settings, exempt from clocking restrictions would mean that this employee would not have to adhere to the employee photo rule or geofence restrictions that are set up within the account. The Require Employee Photo option requires the employee to take a picture of themselves when they clock in or out using the mobile app. In this situation, we're not going to be checking any of these off because this employee will not be clocking in and out through the app. Lastly, we have the role option. We have employee, supervisor, and administrator options here. An employee does not have access to any reporting details aside from their own report and cannot edit anything. Supervisors and administrators have edit and view access. We do have a worksheet that will allow you to view the differences between these roles, which you'll be able to find in help files. In this situation, we'll allow this employee to have the role of employee, and then we'll save. Once we've created the employee, if they're going to be clocking in and out using the time clock device, we would need to go ahead and send them over to the clock by doing a device download. To do a device download, you can go to this button right here, or you can also navigate to the Manage section and select Devices. On the Devices page, if you've added a device, it should show up here. Please keep in mind that the device will need to be online in order to receive the employee profiles that are being sent over to it. Here, we'll go to the Download to Devices button. While you're on this page, you'll want to select the device that we are downloading to, and then you'll select the employee that we'd like to download, and select the device download option. Once that's done, you'll receive this message, "Data sent to device successfully. Please wait 1 minute for the data to finish loading." We can also see that the last download time has updated for this user, so we can verify that the employee has been downloaded to the device and which one it was downloaded to. Give that a little bit of time before checking the physical device, and then once that has been updated on the physical device, you can go ahead and do the verification method enrollment for that user. If you have questions, please feel free to give us a call at support@cloudbiometry.com or reach out via phone at 888-860-2535.